Here we go. Oh, what's up, guys? This is Gene Jensen. One of these days I've been waiting on for a few weeks. I'm sitting here at Bucks Island in Gadsden, Alabama. I got Justin over here working on my boat, trying not to pull his hair out because my wiring jobs aren't always the best, and he's got some severe OCD. If you guys remember my boat from the walkthrough, remember all the junk that was in the back of the boat? Well, Justin saw that last time I brought my boat in. After he took himself up off the floor because he passed out, he cleaned everything up. So that's the reason I'm back at Bucks Island. They do it right. And so I figured I'd have them install my electronics instead of me trying to do it myself. Because if Justin ever sees that again, he'll probably kill me. But anyway, let's see how it goes. We're going to do a little time lapse. No, we're not going to do a time lapse. Let's just show you guys how it's done. How we install my electronics. Alright, so on the front of the boat, on the balls out mount, Justin's going to put the old HDS 12. I'll show you those towards the end of it. And then on the back I'm going to get two 9s. Put right here on the console. One of them's going to have mapping, the other one's going to have one of them's going to have mapping and down in SI or
mapping and normal sonar.
Yep.
The other one will have structure scan and everything else.
Awesome. Looks like Justin's finishing things up. We're going to take it out on the water. I'm going to explain to you what I know about these units. We're going to talk about the installation process and everything else, and we'll go from there. All right, so we made it to the lake. I'm actually on Neely Henry. It's right down the road from Bucks Island. But man, those guys are awesome. They did such a good job on these electronics. They've done a good job since I found them. I was so lucky. I went to a Bass University event a couple of months ago here in Gadsden. They were there. We got to talking. Found out that they were a really, really reputable marine dealer, and they do repairs, they do welds. They fixed my trailer. My trailer broke because I hit something on the interstate going about 75 miles an hour. I don't know what it was. It was dark. But all my bunk boards on my trailer collapsed. So they took it, they re-welded it. They really did an over-the-top job on the trailer. So when it was time to put new electronics on, it was a no-brainer. Justin did a wonderful job at cleaning up all the wiring and everything else in my boat. So I didn't have a problem at all with him putting my my electronics on and wiring them and everything else. I can do it myself. I just don't do a good enough job. I sometimes get things mixed up. It just takes me a long time, and it's just better and faster to just hire somebody to do it. Boy, I learned that the hard way. But yeah, it's let me show you how I got them all set up real quick. All right, so I got the two 9s on the console. I'm going to run one with mapping and the other one with the side imaging, down imaging, and Fishfinder, at least for now. What I may end up doing is running that mapping and regular Fishfinder and do this down imaging and side imaging, or structure scan as Lawrence calls it. I got a 12 way up front. Man, this thing is a monster. But the reason I have it so big is so I can see it while I'm standing up. I don't have to squint to see the details. It's just going to be a lot easier to put a camera up to it and show you guys what I'm seeing and things like that. And the whole reason for getting these units is to start teaching how to read a fish finder, how to set it up and things like that. But I know it was a challenge to be able to run those wires all the way to the back of the boat. Justin just about was ready to pull his hair out. The channel's just too small in this Alumacraft. They need to make it a little bit bigger, but he did it with a little bit of patience. He had to take a break once and go on to the back before he went back up front and tried to get the Ethernet cable through, but it got through, and he cleaned everything up really, really nice. Man, I wish I could show you right now what's on the inside. Maybe I got a video of it, but man, he put all the wires going through that hole right there. Just a phenomenal job. See, I would have never done this. I'd have had wires flopping everywhere. I'm just not clean. I just want to get it working. And he makes it clean. He makes it look good. So I totally recommend Bucks Island if you guys are anywhere within, shoot, a day's drive of this place. This is what I would hit up. I'd go to Bucks Island with no problem to get my boat worked on. All right, so look forward to future videos on how to read topo maps and how to read a fish finder and how to set this thing up. I've got to play with it a little bit. I've got to get used to the controls so I don't look like a bumbling idiot while I'm fumbling through the controls and the menus on this. But so far it's pretty easy. It didn't take me long to set this up. Like I said, I'm just going to play around with it for a little while until I bust out some videos. But like I always say, be sure to introduce somebody to fishing. Introduce them to my channel. Let me help you teach them how to fish. More importantly, get out on the water, go out and catch some fish. Have a great day. Check out Bucks Island Marine here in Gadsden, Alabama. I'll put all the information, links, and everything else down to the bottom. You guys can go check them out. They have been so good to me and so good to what I do on this boat. So we'll see you.